The fairy tale was beautiful while it lasted. Alexandra Eala lifting the Birmingham Classic trophy, the Philippines celebrating into the early morning, an unprecedented tournament naming announcement that shocked the tennis world. But here's the thing about fairy tales. They don't tell you what happens the next day. They don't tell you about the new opponent who watched your every move, studied your every weakness, and is now standing between you and another deep run. Last week, Eala conquered Birmingham as a champion. This week, she has to defend her crown as the hunted. And her first test? A woman named Charaeva. Not a household name, not a top 20 player, but dangerous, extremely dangerous. The kind of player who has nothing to lose and everything to gain by taking down a newly crowned champion on her own turf. We just witnessed Eala's quarterfinal match against this rising star, and what unfolded on that grass court was far closer, far more intense, and far more frightening than anyone expected. Today on TopSpin, we are breaking down why Charaeva is the most dangerous opponent Eala has faced since Paris, what happened in that quarterfinal clash, and whether Eala's Birmingham journey is about to take a dark turn. Before we get into the match, we need to talk about the woman on the other side of the net, Maria Charaeva. 22 years old, Russian-born but representing neutral status due to ongoing WTA regulations. Ranked world number 68, never won a WTA title, never been past the third round of a Grand Slam. On paper, this is a match that Alexandra Eala, the world number 29 and reigning Birmingham champion, should win comfortably. But tennis is not played on paper. It is played on grass, under pressure, in front of crowds that can turn on you in an instant. And Charaeva is not your typical number 68. Let us look at her journey to this quarterfinal. Charaeva entered the Birmingham Classic as a qualifier. That means she had to win 2 matches just to get into the main draw. Most qualifiers are tired by the time they reach the round of 32. Not Charaeva. In the first round, she dismantled world number 44 Victoria Tomova in straight sets, 6-2, 6-1. In the second round, she pulled off the upset of the tournament so far, defeating 8th-seeded Ukrainian Angelina Kalinina in 3 grueling sets, 4-6, 7-5, 6-3. In that match, Charaeva saved 5 match points. 5! She has ice in her veins. She does not get tight, she does not choke, and she has absolutely nothing to lose against Eala. The pressure is all on the Filipino champion. The crowd expects Eala to win. The Philippines expects Eala to win. The tournament organizers who just named the event after her expect Eala to win. Charaeva? She's just happy to be here, and that makes her incredibly dangerous. What kind of player is Charaeva? She's a classic power baseliner. Big serve, big forehand. She hits the ball flat and hard, which on grass where the ball skids low is a nightmare to handle. Her weakness is movement. She's not fast. She does not cover the court well. If Eala can move her side to side, make her run, make her hit on the move, Charaeva will struggle. But if Charaeva can dictate from the baseline, if she can get her big forehand into the rally early, Eala will be in trouble. This is a classic matchup between a finesse player who relies on variety and a power player who relies on brute force. On grass, the power player often has the advantage, and that is why this match is more dangerous than anyone wants to admit. Subscribe to TopSpin for non-stop tennis coverage, match breakdowns, and the latest news from the WTA Tour delivered straight to your feed. Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. The Edgbaston Priory Club, Center Court. The stands are packed. Filipino flags dot the crowd. Chants of Leia, Leia, Leia echo through the stadium. Eala walks onto the court, wearing her green and yellow kit, the same one she wore when she won the title last week. She looks confident. She looks relaxed. But beneath the surface, something is different. She is not the hunter anymore. She is the hunted, and Charaeva knows it. The first set begins. Charaeva serves first, and immediately she announces her intentions. Ace, ace, forehand winner, hold to love, 1-0. The crowd goes quiet. This is not how it was supposed to go. Eala is supposed to dominate. Eala is supposed to control the match. Instead, she is on the back foot from the very first game. Eala holds her own serve, but it is a struggle. She faces 2 break points. She saves both with gutsy first serves, 1-1. Then Charaeva goes back to work, another easy hold, 2-1. The pattern is established. Charaeva is holding serve comfortably. Eala is fighting for every point on her own serve. At 3-2, disaster strikes. Eala double faults twice in a row. The crowd groans. Charaeva smells blood. She attacks the second serve, rips a backhand return down the line, and breaks. 4-2. From there, the set slips away. Charaeva holds, then breaks again. The first set ends 6-2. Eala walks to her chair, her head down. She has not lost a set since the French Open, until now. The second set,
Eala makes adjustments. She starts slicing more, using the low grass court to disrupt Charaeva's rhythm. She stops trying to out-hit the Russian and starts out-thinking her. It works. Eala breaks early, 2-0. Then she holds, 3-0. The crowd comes alive. The Filipino flags are waving. Charaeva looks frustrated. She yells at her coach. She smashes a racket after missing an easy forehand. The second set is Eala's, 6-3. One set all. We are going to a third. The third set, do or die. Winner goes to the semifinals. Loser goes home. The tension is unbearable. Every point is a battle. Every game is a war. Charaeva breaks first, 2-1. Eala breaks back immediately, 2-2. Then Charaeva holds, 3-2. Then Eala holds, 3-3. Then Charaeva breaks again, 4-3. She is one game away from the biggest win of her career, but Eala is not done. She breaks back, 4-4. The crowd is on its feet. This is what champions are made of. At 5-5, Eala earns 2 break points. She converts the second with a stunning lob that lands perfectly on the baseline, 6-5. Eala will serve for the match. She walks to the baseline. Her heart is pounding. Her hands are shaking, but her eyes are calm. First serve, ace, 15-0. Second serve, wide. Charaeva returns into the net, 30-0. First serve, Charaeva frames the return, 40-0. 3 match points. The crowd is roaring. Charaeva saves the first with a lucky net cord, 40-15. She saves the second with a forehand winner, 40-30. 1 match point left. Eala tosses the ball. She serves. Charaeva returns deep. Rally. Forehand to backhand. Backhand to forehand. Charaeva approaches the net. Eala sees the opening. She hits a passing shot cross court. Charaeva dives. She cannot reach it. The ball lands inside the line. Game. Set. Match. Alexandra Eala falls to her knees. She has done it. She has survived. She is through to the semifinals. The final score, 2-6, 6-3, 7-5. 2 hours and 19 minutes of pure drama.
Let us take a step back and analyze why this match was so much closer than anyone expected. Because if Eala is going to win this tournament, if she is going to defend her Birmingham crown, she needs to understand what almost went wrong. And so do we. First, the serve. Charaeva served brilliantly. She averaged 108 miles per hour on her first serve, well above her career average of 102. She won 72% of her first serve points. That is elite. Against a player like Eala, who relies on attacking second serves, Charaeva's strong serving took away Eala's biggest weapon. Eala could not step into the court because Charaeva was consistently landing her first serve. That forced Eala to play defense, which is not her strength. Second, the forehand. Charaeva's forehand is a missile. She hit 24 winners in the match, 18 of them from her forehand side. On grass, where the ball stays low, a heavy flat forehand skids through the court and is almost impossible to defend. Eala tried to slice the ball to Charaeva's backhand, but Charaeva kept running around it to hit forehands. That is a sign of a player who knows her strengths and is not afraid to use them. Third, the mental game. Charaeva had nothing to lose. She was a qualifier. She was ranked number 68. Nobody expected her to beat Eala, so she played free. She went for her shots. She did not tighten up when she was up 4-3 in the third set. She did not choke when she had match points against Kalinina in the previous round. Charaeva is mentally tough. That is rare for a player ranked outside the top 50. If she can develop the rest of her game, she will be a problem for years to come. So, what did Eala do right? She adjusted. In the second set, she stopped trying to match power with power. She started slicing, dinking, and drop-shotting. She took the pace off the ball, which forced Charaeva to generate her own pace. And Charaeva, like many power players, struggles when she has to create her own rhythm. Eala also moved Charaeva side to side. She made the Russian run, and by the third set, Charaeva's movement had deteriorated. She was breathing heavily. She was leaning on her racket between points. Eala's fitness, honed at the Rafa Nadal Academy, won her the match. It was not pretty, it was not dominant, but it was a win, and sometimes that is all that matters.
The quarterfinal is over. The danger has been survived, but the tournament is not finished. Alexandra Eala now faces her semi-final opponent, and it will not get any easier. Depending on other results, Eala could face either world number 15 Lyudmila Samsonova of Russia or world number 22 Katie Boulter of Great Britain. Both present unique challenges. If Eala faces Samsonova, she will be up against another power player, similar to Charaeva, but with more experience and a higher ranking. Samsonova has won 4 WTA titles. She has been to the 4th round of Wimbledon. She is dangerous, but she is also inconsistent. On her day, she can beat anyone. On a bad day, she can lose to anyone. Eala's strategy would be the same as against Charaeva. Disrupt her rhythm, move her around, make her hit uncomfortable shots. If Eala faces Bolter, the match becomes a crowd battle. Bolter is British. She will have the home crowd behind her. The Edgbaston Priory Club will feel like a Davis Cup tie. Every point Bolter wins will be cheered. Every error Eala makes will be groaned. Eala has played in hostile environments before. The French Open fans, the controversy, she knows how to handle it. But playing against a local favorite in her own country is different. The pressure is immense. The stakes are high. Whoever Eala faces, one thing is clear. She has already proven that she can win ugly. She has already proven that she can survive when she is not playing her best. And that might be the most important lesson from the Charaeva match. Champions do not always play well. Champions find a way to win even when they are struggling. Eala found a way. Now she needs to find it 2 more times.
Here is the thing about the Charaeva match. It was terrifying to watch. Every Filipino fan who stayed up late, every tennis analyst who predicted an easy Eala victory, everyone who thought the Birmingham title had changed everything, they all got a wake-up call. Eala is not invincible. She can be pushed. She can be stretched. She almost could be beaten. But here is the silver lining. That match, as dangerous as it was, might be exactly what Eala needed. Let me explain. Before the Charaeva match, Eala had been riding an emotional high. The Birmingham title, the tournament naming announcement, the press conferences, the accolades. It is easy in moments like that to lose focus, to start believing your own hype, to forget that tennis is a brutal sport where yesterday's champion is tomorrow's first-round loser. The Charaeva match brought Eala back down to earth. It reminded her that every opponent is dangerous, that nothing is guaranteed, that she has to fight for every point, every game, every set. That is a valuable lesson, and it's better to learn it in a quarterfinal that you win than in a semifinal or final that you lose. Eala's coach said after the match, quote, "This was the best thing that could have happened to Alex. She needed a scare. She needed to remember what it feels like to be in a dogfight. Now she knows. Now she is ready." End quote. That is the mindset of a champion, not someone who is happy after a win, someone who is grateful for the struggle, because the struggle is what makes you better. The struggle is what separates the good players from the great ones. Eala is learning that lesson in real time, and if she can internalize it, if she can carry that hunger into every match, she will not just win Birmingham, she will win a lot more. So, here is where we stand. The quarterfinal is over. The danger has been survived. Charaeva has been sent home, but not before reminding the tennis world that she is a name to watch. And Alexandra Eala? She is still standing. She is still fighting. She is still the champion. The semifinals await. The crowd will be louder. The pressure will be higher. The opponent will be tougher. But if the Charaeva match taught us anything, it is this. Never count out Eala. She finds a way. She always finds a way. Bing! Subscribe to TopSpin for non-stop tennis coverage, match breakdowns, and the latest news from the WTA Tour delivered straight to your feed.